Welcome, everyone. This video is made for, I'm going to present my screen. This video is made for parents, students, grandparents, and basically anyone that is helping a student navigate and work throughout the day using Schoology. So this year, some students are starting the year with virtual learning. Some students are starting in person. And due to this crazy COVID time, we have students that are bouncing back and forth from in-person to quarantine and all of that. So this is basically made for every student that is in the class or learning virtual as that changes throughout the school year. So this year, I'm going to go back a couple slides here. Welcome to art. I am Mr. Lonzak. I am the teacher that is going to be teaching your son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter, or anyone that you are working with art. So I teach pre-K to 5th grade, and so you might see me in different age levels as well. This is a picture. I am masked anytime I have students or anyone else in my room. Sometimes I am teaching virtual students at the same time as in-person students. So you'll see me masked, and if it's hard to hear, just please let me know and I will try to speak up. As we all know, the masks are harder to talk, so I want everyone to be able to understand me and hear me, so just a little heads up, or just let me know that you are struggling to hear, and I will try my best to talk a little louder. This year's theme is patience. As we are learning as teachers how to do this whole virtual learning, there's a lot of hiccups along the way, but we've done our best so far to have everything ready for the students, and we're doing a lot of work on weekends and late nights to make sure that everything flows as smooth as possible for anyone assisting our students in their virtual online learning. So please be patient. Things come up, things that we haven't even thought of are happening, and struggles that maybe students are having at home or parents are having at home are being found out, and we are being informed. So things are constantly changing. So please just be patient. And if you have questions along the way, concerns along the way, don't ever hesitate to call or email. And you'll see that contact as we go through this. So art this year, if you are in person, I am coming to your classes if you are in 1st grade, 3rd grade, and 4th grade. In my classroom, I'm teaching kindergarten and 2nd, but those other 3 grades, I am coming to you with a cart. All right. And for everyone, whether you are in person or at home, every single lesson is being recorded using this hover cam here. So every step is being recorded and done by me. These are not recordings found on YouTube. These are all done by me. The talking, although excessive, is done by me in hopes that if you are learning at home, you should be able to do everything just from watching that video. And yes, I talk a lot, but I'm hoping that I can answer every single question, as a lot of us that are going virtual are learning on demand. So you might be doing your schoolwork late at night and I'm not available for questions. Now I am always available for emails. I will always check that. So never hesitate to email. But everything is recorded and done through those. So that's how I'm doing it. Even the in-person are watching the same videos, basically to keep everyone on the same page, but also I can't have students come around a table to demonstrate. So they are watching the same videos up on the screen in class. This is the one supply that we purchased as the entire school. So every single student has a green art book. This is not a sketchbook. It's not open for free draw. They can't take it home and draw whatever they want in all the pages. This is strictly for art class. So this is one way that we can control that everyone has paper. And if you haven't picked one of these up, if you're a virtual student, please contact the school or me, and we will make sure that we have one for you. Every student that was initially in person has received one. And so I know some students are leaving because of quarantining or whatever else. And so if you left it at school or the teacher didn't grab it for you, we'll figure out ways to either get it to you or just know that you can use any paper that you have at home. Things happen when the unexpected happens, so we understand that. But if possible, the art book is always the one thing that we need to grab, and that is how we are teaching art this year, if you are virtual, in person, or are sent home and expected to learn virtually. As far as supplies, we are running everything off of the classroom supply list. We can't share supplies this year. So any supplies that I have in the art room, we're staying away from, just for the fact of making sure that everyone stays safe, nothing shared. So when art time, if you're in person, comes along, everything is being taken out of their desks. As far as supplies, I'm notifying the teacher that they need crayons or markers or glue bottles. So please make sure that your son or daughter has the appropriate supplies that was on the classroom list. That is what we are basing everything off of. That also goes to the virtual students who are going to need to make sure that they have all the supplies that was asked in their class room list, because it's important that they have the same materials as the in-person learners. So my expectations, we work off of the WPACA way: safe, responsible, respectful, prepared. And we're going to talk about what that looks like for both in-person and virtual. So in-person, safe, you're using the materials properly. This goes for both virtual and in-person. Wearing a face mask at all times keeps me safe, keeps me at school and able to teach both virtual and in-person learners. Very important. And staying in your seats unless given permission to leave. Rules are different this year as far as bathroom and everything. It's limited to how many people. So we are not out of our seats as much as we would like. So just try to stay in there unless given permission. So for the virtual learners, when using materials, use them properly. Again, you're at your home or someone else's home. Please use things the way you would in class. And this is a big one. Stay at your workspace. And basically think of it as you need an area wherever you are working that has a flat surface, has a chair, has somewhere that you can work. We have a lot of students that are joining us from their bed. This is not a workspace. This is not a proper area that you can draw and create. So please find a workspace. A bed is not a workspace. And then the last thing is please keep animals and other distractions out of the screen. You are supposed to give me your attention so that you know what to do. Keeping the animals out of the screen is helpful for not only you as a learner, but as a way to help other students that are trying to learn. Animals only distract everyone involved. So if you got a pet, that's great. Spend time with them after you're done with class. For responsible in-person learners, be present, listen, all those normal things, stay on task. And these are pretty much likewise for the virtual learners. Be present, be logged in minutes before the Google Meet, and checking your Schoology email each morning to see if there's anything from me as your art teacher, but also Phi Ed, music, and then your classroom teacher. Use your time wisely. Don't fall behind. Don't wait to the last minute to turn things in. Raising your hand if you have a question is respectful. And basically, if I'm talking, you're listening if you're in person, but it also applies to the virtual learners. So if you have a question, please wait until after, or you can write the question in the comment in the Google Meet. Use your microphone to unmute when you have that question, but always try to have things muted so we're not hearing other things going on in the background and all of that. So if you are struggling with an assignment or you're falling behind, please schedule a time to meet on a Wednesday. That is what that time is for. We use it to make sure that everything is ready to go for the rest of the week. We use it for contacting home whenever we have students falling behind, and it's also a great time for us to work one-on-one with any students that need our help. And then being prepared, having the materials that are listed. If you're in person, having a charged Chromebook ready to go if you are in person. And then also for virtual learning, having the materials, checking the class or what you need for that lesson, having your project and not losing it, and then having a charged Chromebook. Everything is ready to go and you have that workspace. All very important. This is a poster that's throughout the community, at school. Everything talks about those 4 things and how they are used throughout the community and at school. And then I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to have things that either don't work or whatnot. Again, be patient with me. Email me if you have any questions or concerns. I'm human and doing my best with this changing time. So I will be patient with you if you are patient with me as well. So best of luck. Hope that this answers some questions. And I look forward to working with you, whether you are in person, virtual, or have to go back and forth from in person or virtual. So yeah, this is my contact information. Basically is straightforward. And then I'm excited to see you guys all back, whether you're through the screen or in person. All right. Thank you, guys.